Or she might
do
want
something wild. Like, I've been with you all my life. I just want to try something different.
Something like what?
Something whack. Like, go to
feel
a
different type
dungeon.
of dirt. No,
maybe I want to go to a sex dungeon.
The difference between a man and a woman stepping out is a woman will do it because it's beneficial to her. It's either beneficial to her monetarily, emotionally, or physically. You all are looking to be, you have an insatiable appetite for sex until eventually it stops working.
Literally.
And you all don't come to the realization when it stops working.
A flashlight. You know, y'all will have sex with any hole, like a flashlight, a
doorknob hole.
I
said that
anything.
The hole where the door is.
But a woman can get to the point where you're just not satisfying her, right? Like, what's she looking for? Like, I just want to hop out and just
or she might
do
want
something wild. Like, I've been with you all my life. I just want to try something different.
Something like what?
Something whack. Like, go to
feel
a
different type of dirt. No,
maybe I want to go to a sex dungeon. I'm just going extreme.
Like, it's different. Just
okay,
like
what do you want that? Hold on. Well, what do you want to happen?
We could both go to the sex dungeon. We could both go to the sex dungeon. Let's say your wife proposes this to you. We could both go to the sex dungeon and all bets are off. Whatever we want to do at the sex dungeon, we do it for the night. We live it up. And we never talk about it again.
Or you talk about it when you want to.
Or we don't, because the man ain't going to want to talk about it. So we never talk about it. You talk about it with your friends.
I don't know that.
Once another leader leads my follower, they're no longer my follower.
So the problem is,
this is all about
possession. Slavery.
This is all about possession over a woman. And who's able to say that they touched what's yours.
Control.
But what men don't understand is just as y'all are possessive over us, women are possessive over men.
Men don't want to control my massage.
So we feel the same type of way. You're saying we're not the same.
No man want that shit though. Like, you're not the man. Let the man be the man. You be the woman. Simple as that.
We still feel the same feeling.
I just heard something slick out the corner of my little ear. What'd you just say?
Look at you funny. You ain't hear that.
Oh, no, I heard it. What'd you say? Can you repeat
she was
that?
just explaining that how it's just double standards. How we're just getting tired of as women.
You tried to double standards?
Well,
that's fair. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
I'm talking about when it comes to ethical things.
Okay, that's
it
fair.
can be a double standard when it comes to like economics and things. I'm talking about ethics.
So you only want a double standard that benefits.
Are you listening?
I'm hearing everything you said.
Okay, so we understand what ethics are.
You said economics, right? There's double standard economics. No, listen. I heard everything she said. She said first, there can be a double standard when it comes to economics, but there shouldn't be a double standard when it comes to ethics. Is that not what you said?
Yeah.
Am I misquoting?
He's correct.
I just want to make sure I'm quoting correctly. Mm-hmm. So the double standard, you will only accept when it benefits you, because the double standard economically would be that.
And you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm differentiating the difference between ethics and economic or monetary things or transactional things. Okay. So when it comes to ethics, ethics should not be a double standard. Ethics should be a mutual thing, a balanced thing. A moral thing is equal for men and women. It's not because you're a man, you have different set of morals than I do as a woman. We're human beings on a spiritual level. So that means that we need to meet each other at the same point. That means when it comes to loyalty and commitment, it's not different for you, no matter how much your interests are. Because if you believe in a higher power, you understand the difference between your flesh and your spirit. So you understand that your insatiable need for sex or to have multiple women is something that you have to have discipline, and you are capable of having discipline over. You're choosing not to because it's convenient for you. And society and culture makes it convenient for you, and it's a part of patriarchy. I understand all the dynamics of that. What I'm saying is I also understand that you have a choice. That's all I'm saying. So just
how can I break this down in the most simplistic way that women can understand this? And this guy said it correctly. The host on the show said it correctly. There's double standards within everything, but women only want double standards when it suits them, which is why she started off her statement saying with double standards are fine when it comes to economics, but not when it comes to ethics. Why? Because if we look at ethics, she's talking about loyalty. She's talking about men having the access to multiple women, all right, within the relationship. And most times women don't like when their man have a lot of options when it comes to attractive women, especially women that are younger and more attractive. than themselves, right? So women only want double standards when it suits them. The problem with that is, if you have a man and we're talking about this 50-50 relationship, and in your 50-50 relationship, the double standard is he's expected to pay majority of the bills. He's expected to pay for a majority of the dates. He's expected to pay for a majority of the trips. Then it's not really 50-50, right? It's a double standard economically because he's investing more financially into the relationship than you are. On the same instance of that, you're also telling him and setting him to a standard where he has to abide by your rules when it comes to ethics and loyalty, when we all know it's not the same. And if you don't know this, men can have sex or be intimate with multiple women and it not be the same when it comes to their main girl. And that's just a double standard that has been around for a millennia, right? The problem with that is, and this is another thing most women don't understand, is that not all men have this option. Not all men are attractive enough to have the options with multiple women. Not a majority of men also have the ability to afford multiple women. Now, most men are not like this. You're looking at the top maybe 10 to 15% of men who can actually do this and pull this off. But the top 10 to 15% of men is what most women are attracted to. And this is where the dilemma comes into play. Because you have 80% of women chasing the top 20% of men. So it creates this imbalance that you can see in society that's very blatant, where top 10 or 20% of men have most of the options when it comes to women because they keep themselves in shape, because they invested so much time into themselves, building up their finances, building up their ability, their game, their status, right? So they acquired all that. Now they have the ability to have many options of women, but it's not like that for majority of men. Because she can easily find the guy who works at Starbucks who will most certainly be loyal to her, but they don't want that. Now, to play devil's advocate on the women's side, there are men who enter 50-50 relationships, and there are actually women who are splitting the bills 50-50, splitting the days 50-50. And then on top of that, they're cheating. I don't condone that, but it's a likelihood, and that all comes back to the type of man the woman chose to be with. So let's continue.
Since you have a choice, I have a choice.
Hold on, let me ask you one question real quick. If you were a doctor and you made $600,000 a year, would you be fine taking care of men and not having him pay any bills and just paying for everything and letting him live
No, because he has to work. Everybody got to work.
No. Everybody has to work.
The camera.
Yes.
Gotta work.
Everybody has to work.
In the black household, everybody.
Listen, and I'm going to say...
Wait. So
if there was a man making $600,000 a year and he dated a woman, she would not want to contribute to the bills, even if she did work.
Stay-at-home mom or trans wife isn't a thing?
So listen, in society,
not really big at trials.
Okay, so
wait. So traditional wives and stay-at-home moms and that shit, that's not a real
I
thing?
thought you said a trial wife.
Traditional,
trad.
What is the percentage of black women that are traditional moms?
We discussing the idea.
That's a good
question.
Saying,
for you to put that out there, we have to think about the masses. The masses of black family households, black women don't stay home.
The reason why
only the mostly privileged are able to do so. The majority of us go to work.
The reason I brought it up.
So if we work,
but I do gotta say,
the reason I brought it up was because
and if we gotta be faithful,
go ahead.
y'all motherfuckers.
But real quick, let me say something before you say that.
Okay.
Let him get his point across.
Sorry.
The reason I brought it up was because you clearly said that economic double standard is fine. So a man can go to work all day and pay for your lifestyle and pay for you to be at stay at home.
You were speaking about a very specific situation. I spoke about a very general point.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is your.
And that's fine. And she did say that, and that's fine. It is a double.
So it's okay.
Yes. Let me tell you why it is okay.
Okay.
Because you all created a system of patriarchy where you all get paid more than a woman. But you didn't know that as a black man, because black men, not to say you, but I'm saying in our community, you're not used to making more than a black woman. But in the world, men get paid more money than women. So that's why you should be paying more of the bills. And if I did make more of the money, then it would only be fair that we.
So if we got to pay most of the bills, we're doing the cheating as well. We also have the ability to exercise options with other women. If you want to keep it like that, that's the double standard.
We do a percentage, and I would pay more percentage because I did make more. If that's the agreement, and we're married, and that's what it is. That's what it is. We're all putting our money in one pot. But when we're putting our money in one pot, the man is putting more in society. But you have the argument because a lot of Black men are not putting more in that pot.
Okay, so two things. One, Black men.
Right, she's talking about this pot. Most men have the ability to earn more than women. True. On the other side of that, most women have more options in the opposite sex when it comes to men. Meaning that most women can date more men than men can date more women compared to the two genders. So if you're saying that we are entitled or we're expected to pay more to the bills because we're expected to make more than you, and for the simple fact that you have more options when it comes to men, but we're expecting loyalty from you, then it goes without saying I'm doing my part. So whatever I do with my options of women is none of your concern, because your job, because you make less than me, is to be loyal to me. So my job is to keep the household afloat. And then whatever I do outside of that is none of your concern.
Make more than Black women on the average, period.
But the ones that work.
Yeah. But if we're talking about
hold on. I'm talking about the general.
What women deal with.
The general.
That's not our average.
Like if you look at the statistics for who earns more and who earns less, Black men earn more per person than women do. But here's the thing. So you agree with 50-50, do you?
What you have to do is you have to put in the percentage.
So you agree?
Listen, it's a percentage. I wouldn't sign up for 50-50.
Why not?
Because
I wouldn't. That don't mean. I just don't understand.
I don't want a roommate. That would not benefit. That would not benefit me. It's not a beneficial agreement.
I will happily.
Let me just say, this is the downfall of so many people within our generation, because there's so many other races of women who are fine with going 50 because they understand society. They understand economics. But when you have a group of women who are so upfront and so in your face about not going 50-50, then how do you think the men are supposed to react to that? Just think about that for a second. The men are going to react to what you're putting out there. If you're so against it and you're not capable of following your man's lead, how do you think the dating market is going to reflect itself for you?
Sign up for 50-50, but you also, I can't think you get to have multiple women and be cheating and do all of that. If we doing 50-50 in a relationship as far as bills, we doing 50-50 on mentality.
Your argument don't stand because they don't believe in any of that.
Oh, well, I'm not.
So you exclude yourself from this whole part of the conversation. Back to you two. No, this whole part, because y'all said that double standards wasn't the thing, right? You said no. That's
it is a thing. I said because men make more, they need to understand there is a double standard that they created, and they need to honor it.
What is there is there a beneficial portion of this double standard?
Yes, they get to have a beautiful woman and wife to support them at their beck and call. We literally leave our homes, our families behind to serve our men.
Yo, that's the benefit we get. A nagging woman in the house. And to be fair, granted, if that was actually the case and women provided peace, most men would actually want to come home. But we know that's not true.
And if we take on your last name, you bury your children, and we are your support system. We are your janitor, your therapist, your project manager, your house manager. So if you have the right woman on your team, you can really literally, like Gucci Mane did. She said he just got to come home and eat. He just got to go to the studio, because that's how a real woman gonna lay it down.
Yo, shout out to the Lapeith experience of the Peep Network. That was a great conversation. And it just breaks down a little bit of the 50-50 topic and debate that's been going around, you know, forever now at this point. But it's really never going to end until we understand what our value is tied to, right? So as a man, you build yourself up, you work your way up so that you don't have to be limited by the type of woman that you're dating. And as a woman, you build yourself up, you understand where you are in the dating market and your value in the dating market, and you understand what your standards and boundaries are. And if you want a loyal man, you go after the loyal man. But don't expect the man who invested so much time in himself and sacrificed so many years to become a man with multiple options when it comes to women to be loyal just to you. Simple as that. If you guys haven't by now liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you later. Peace.